back to our in-depth analysis of the Halo for Xbox One teaser trailer.
As you can tell, he has a shroud.
He does.
Mystery.
Now this is where the game takes a little bit of a darker turn. We see what exactly those creatures we saw in the mural are.
Murder beams.
It's a little bit dark. We're supposed to navigate through this wonderful little maze. Oh, we stick out like sore thumbs. That'll work. Me and my buddy here.
Hiding? What's that?
No, there's some hiding aspects later on. We're going to be seeing it throughout the game. Once again, still more sand. Oh, he stopped.
GG.
I think we're going to investigate why... Oh, right, GG.
Oh, there he is. No, he didn't leave.
Going to be investigating why the... I guess what to pull from the mirror. The people made these machines, or relied on these machines, I think.
They fought with them.
And then I guess they wound up turning on them, or something. AI problems, which seems to be fairly common in video games.
All the time.
There's always something going wrong with AI. Tip, don't use AI.
Yeah, right about here in this part, I mentioned that I played this game once before, because Mark thought it was going to be the next best thing to sliced bread.
It still is.
At least
sliced bread, more like
and that
bread.
ruined it for me. I think we had this discussion where I mentioned, hey, overhype kills things.
It does. And,
I
was all excited about it, but it is a game that I now look back on and go, this is something that needs to be played in the right setting, in the right context.
Yeah, as in, somebody can't be telling you about how amazing this game is because you need to just experience it yourself. Unfortunately for me, that was kind of ruined. Thanks. No, I'm kidding. No, I still had a great experience.
I had the same impact, though, playing it a second time. And so if you're ever in the right setting, which, in my opinion, which was just by yourself, maybe a nice headset to make some high-quality sound, and you're going to have a good time with it. And you're going to just see it differently.
I do like this because out of nowhere, we have underwater effects going on.
Yeah, just random, like, seaweed.
This is all
Scarfweed.
Scarfweed, yes, it's scarfweed. The scarves move like fish. I don't know if you're seeing this. They kind of go really slowly. You know, they
By the way,
moving,
the upgrade count is at 6.
Yeah.
And this is going to be 7.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, continue with the scarfweed.
No, but
its natural habitat.
All the scarves are acting like, aquatic life. They're moving in what is it called? A school, right? They're moving together. And it's not until...
Oh, then yeah, you're going to notice later on.
Yeah, and then hardcore Finding Nemo.
Straight up jellyfish.
Straight up Finding Nemo.
So never mind. Forget what I said about the tadpoles. You're right about the manta ray.
I'm always
This is just water with sand.
With sand. Which I think was actually, is actually, not was, because still a great game.
8.
Oh my god, I never knew that one was there.
The
more you know.
You don't notice a lot of these things, because I said before you can control the camera with the right stick, but you could accidentally, because it still relies on 6-axis controls, which means you could still tilt the controller and the camera will spin. I find that upgrade the other time by complete accident. But still it helps. I'm now at 7, and look at that scarf. So much it's getting tangled.
Yeah, that's what happened to me here. Look at that thing. That thing's downed.
Alright, now we're in some kind of shrine.
So this is what happened to me.
There was one tadpole guy that came with us, by the way. Keep an eye on him if he ever shows up somewhere. We have one manta ray with us.
It's right over there.
There he is. He seems to still want to help us. Oh! He's gone.
Oh my god.
Like I said, the Halo 4 teaser trailer.
Oh my god.
There's the mecha dragon.
Cortana, is that you?
Maybe that's what this whole thing is.
It's just a teaser for Halo 5.
Before the teaser trailer itself, you could have played Journey. Because Master Chief's even in a freaking cloak. In the beginning.
Which makes no sense.
It doesn't.
His armor is supposed to withstand that. I mean, what does he have to fear? the sand is hitting my visor.
Mecha Dragons.
I don't know. It was terrible.
Notice the moving light.
This was funny though because when I was doing my playthrough, my scarf was if not as long, maybe no, it's probably as long, or no, a little longer because no, I guess it was whatever. Anyways, not important. It was a really long scarf, and I was like, I wonder what happens if I stand in the light, totally ignoring the brutal murder of that poor manta ray. I walk up into the thing, the light turns red, I'm like, this isn't good, this isn't good, oh no, murder beams, and all my scarf just disappears.
It goes without saying, to avoid the light, if you get hit by him, and he does home in on you, as soon as you hit the light and his blue light turns red, you can't escape it. There's no way to like quickly get out of the way. He sees you, you're going to take a hit, and when you do, your scarf gets chomped. You don't necessarily die.
Just large amounts of scarf go missing.
You get flung off and lose your scarf. Be careful of that.
It's terrible.
We don't know which one of these statues are actual Mecha Dragons or just statues, I guess. Maybe they all are, and some of them are just dormant.
Maybe we all are, and we're all dormant.
Maybe.
There's that deeper thinking for ya. That only journey.
At this point, I wasn't interpreting the game anymore. I was just like, man, I gotta get out of here.
These things are trying to take my scarf.
I gotta get back to interpreting the game. I need to get away from these guys. And I thought it was a cool concept. It was pretty, interesting, especially with the murals going on as opposed to what they are. I guess they're created by the white robe people, and I guess it's just an AI thing. I guess they turned on them or something, because obviously there's nobody here.
Maybe it killed all of the writers.
Killed all the writers. Either way, they weren't good. Oh.
I should rephrase that. Maybe not that it killed all the writers, but all the writers killed each other.
Maybe.
Because in the last mural, it showed people riding on top of things, and so I'm assuming it's these things, these mecha dragons, and then on top of that, they were fighting each other. Right? They were, facing at each other, shooting what looks like laser beams. Or I guess maybe spotlights, I don't know. Anyways, the point is, maybe it was just, the eye for an eye concept. You keep stabbing each other's eyes, and eventually...
You cannot avoid that.
It's
he
still
sees
following you. What the
he
hell?
sees you.
That is great. I just want to say that. That is great. Hey, what's that over there?
Kill! I haven't seen these in years. Oh, and also, I don't know if I was brought up in an earlier part, but if you have low scarf or empty scarf and you collect an upgrade, automatic refill of your scarf meter. But it's okay, we got out of it.
Look at how long that scarf is.
What do you think? You don't have one. I have one. Just saying.
Mine's bigger.
Now take this vision. Here's what I can do. Okay, let's continue the story. They're in the ground.
No, I think they're dead.
Yes, in the ground.
Oh, okay.
You tell me how you operate in the ground. The civilization gets washed
away
over,
in the
buried,
sand.
eroded. And now we have the symbols, I guess, the life energy.
The relics.
The Mako energy. You say relics, I think of Knack. And I think of Knack and I go, I'm sad.
So much
But
potential. Oh, red one.
we have a chosen one. He looks awfully familiar.
And he used dig.
He looks exactly like my partner. We should tell him about this.
I wonder how much he'll freak. He's the chosen one.
I guess freak in the fact that he can't show any facial expressions.
He'll just be like, whoa,
This is mildly surprising.
lol.
Buy my game. Regardless, we avoided the giant mecha dragons from Halo 4. I mean 5.
Halo 7, Halo 9.
We escaped the Forerunners.
We escaped them all.
And I didn't like the Forerunners. We escaped the Forerunners. Now Forerunners.
No,
unlocked a trophy. It's a bronze trophy.
Yeah, whatevs.
Here's a fun little mechanic though that I like. That makes the game a little bit more
Platformy?
platformy. Not really, to be honest.
No, I mean like literally platformy. These things are giant platforms that you have to jump on top of.
You'll see on some cases, yes. But the main like gimmick of this section is something different. Hey, you weren't here. Look at your scarf.
Mine's bigger.
You were hit, weren't you?
Mine's way bigger.
He was hit. Poor guy.
Multiple times.
I've been buried here for 10 years. I haven't had enough scarf power to go home.
Finally, the chosen one has appeared.
So we activate these glyphs. Activate these murals. It's the same mural of the chosen one. That we're drowning in relic energy, and anywhere in this area we're free to swim in, but it will reach a certain cap, and we need to raise the level of the energy as we progress upward.
And that's when it starts becoming more water-ish.
Yeah, it's all watery. Oh, by the way, number 9?
8.
8? 8.
Who the hell cares?
Have we collected 8?
It's
No,
another
I'm curious.
scarf upgrade.
I'm curious.
We can always go back and count.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll make a twit post about it.
maybe.
Make a bird cry.
But the platforming here is never challenging. I guess that's one thing you can say about the game, but that's not the way the game was gonna go. It's like, oh, the game's too easy. That's not the direction that it wanted to go, though. It's not trying to challenge you. It's trying to immerse you.
It's supposed to take you for a ride.
Exactly. And the game is supposed to evoke an emotional connection, and that's up to everybody, really. But a fun fact about the game, when it was beta tested, they used about 25 people to beta test the game, specifically for gauging emotional reactions to it.
One thing worth noting, okay, this is, I believe this is an indie game, correct?
Yes.
Right? Okay, they don't have the big budget for the 10 million friggin' multiplayer beta tests that all these other big companies do.
Sony gave them a year to make this game, and it took them 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Good for them. They got 25 people to actually beta
25
test.
beta testers specifically for an emotional reaction. 3 out of 25 of them cried at the end of the game.
Wow. Okay.
And I know we have another friend that I know said he cried at the end of the game.
It's funny picturing him cry too.
I know he's the type of person who would get involved in this. I did not cry. I thought it was.
Yes, you did.
I thought it was powerful.
I saw the tears.
I thought it was powerful, but not that. I haven't really gotten that kind of reaction. And I'm a big story gamer when it comes to it, but never pulled any emotional reaction like that.
Hell, we're Mass Effect fans.
Mass Effect fans, and I still got nothing from it. I mean, you can be sad, but not just full on.
I mean, I didn't cry.
No. Oh, look at this guy.
And this is, I'm going to assume, is a hammerhead shark.
A whale. I like to think. Now that I'm just realizing, sadly, the ocean analogy, I think it's a whale. I think it operates and swims like a whale.
But look at the hammerhead.
If it was a hammerhead, it probably would be maybe a little more violent.
Hey, hammerheads are actually friendly.
Oh.
It's hammerheads and... Oh, no. Hammerheads are violent. It's whale sharks that are the friendly ones.
Before you guys go to hug a hammerhead, they're violent. We change your mind.
All you gotta do is think. Finding Nemo. Fish are friends, not food.
Some stinking dolphins.
Oh, dolphins! I hate
I
dolphins.
think they're so cute. But
Hey,
this one's fine.
Look at me do a flip.
Give me a treat. Oh, wait. That was our previous section. I've never actually looked at the murals when it came to the game. I was just like thinking, okay, next part, let's move. But I looked at it, it's like, yeah, that was the bridge that we completed earlier on in the game.
Maybe what you're activating are not like just regular paintings.
Maybe a prophecy.
Yeah, just if not a prophecy, at least your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, using the name of the
Using a name drop.
Title names.
Look at that they're helping us.
And then it's Superman.
I guess. Yeah, always floating on these.
It's almost like a Soulja Boy song.
Careful. Don't.
Soulja.
We're evoking the wrong demographic.
Soulja Boy up in this.
No.
Oh.
No. Alright, anyway, I need to change the subject before we go into that. And we're back to our sliding mechanic all the way down. Okay, yeah, we're moving out through our story.
Wow, that's really cool. Well, maybe. I don't know. It's interesting. I didn't notice it at first either until just now.
I'm always a big fan of detail when it comes to the games, though, definitely.
Any and all attention to is very much appreciated.
I think that's something that a lot of gamers, a lot of a like general audience, I like to say. I don't want to put myself above it, but a lot of the general audience, when it comes to having discussions with some people about games, I like to point out the attention to detail. It can sometimes make or break a game. Like if you go back on it and take a look at what the little things that you can see, from symbols to what the murals show, you can get actually a much more delightful kick out of it than you did originally. Especially when it comes to franchises and stuff. Always references to past entries or past story hints and stuff like that. I'm always recommending pay attention to anything and everything that you can to get the maximum enjoyment out of it.
So I really loved the Future series, the Ratchet and Clank Future series, because of that.
Yeah.
The attention to detail, the references to the previous games. Not just, hey, this guy was there.
Yeah.
No, it's the attention to detail.
And now we're given an overview. And look, it's kind of like a full circle thing. That prophecy led us to that one man who led, and now our one guy, our wanderer, and I guess our two, thank you, PlayStation Network.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's showing, I think only the parts where there was a second player actually show up here with the second one. Because as you see here, when you're alone, you're doing the bow thing alone. But in the beginning, when you were doing that intro part by yourself, it was just you by yourself.
And this is showing our last step. We've reached that tower, which means the last thing we need to do is go through these blustering winds. He's taking a look at that and they go, really? Yep.
Good. For Rizzles.
For Rizzles.
But it's
We're so close.
But it's going to be so windy.
It's going to be a bit chilly. However, this is where the game dives away from the sand. And we'll be seeing that in our next part. But that's one of our visions. We're moving on to the second to last final area of the game. And with that, we will be seeing you guys in part 4.
This whole place kind of reminds me of the Vatican. I don't know why. It's just so, like, mystical and holy and
religious reference.
Harry Potter-ish. I don't know.
Vatican loves scarves.